Hi, it's Jenny with Jenny's Wreath Boutique, and in this video I'm going to teach you how to make this wreath, and I'm going to do it all just from using garland. Garland can be a great way to make a wreath that's really simple and easy. It can be a little tedious, but it's so worth it. For this wreath, I'm using two different kinds of garland. I'm using this from Hobby Lobby. And I love it because it just has these fall elements with these little white flowers. They're so cute. And I'm using this one with little pampas grass, also from Hobby Lobby. And I just thought these two work so well together. And they're in the year-round section, so I'm getting a head start on my fall creations before all the fall items go on sale. So there's a tip for you. You can also use any kind of garland that you like. Just pick one that has beautiful greenery, maybe pick one or two, and then use these steps to make that wreath. We're also going to be using a grapevine. I'm using a 14-inch grapevine, and I've already cleaned it up. I'm also using hot glue and a hot glue gun and my favorite wire cutters. All my favorite tools are linked in the description box below if you want to grab some for yourself. But let's get started. This wreath is really simple. The first thing I'm going to do is actually cut this garland a little bit because it's easier to work with in smaller pieces. And since I'm using a 14-inch grapevine, I'm not going to have to use the entire garland. So I'm just going to cut it up in pieces so it can fit on the table. Actually, I didn't even need to cut that. This one I can just unwrap. I like to get them at Hobby Lobby when they are half off. So if they're not half off, wait a week or two and they will be. They're cute. You could leave them in bigger chunks like this and use in other wreaths. I just love these garlands. I'll get to these in a minute. I'm going to just cut these in pieces like this. This one has a double, and then some of them have one. So just cut it up however it makes sense to you. So there are some pieces that are by themselves and some have double. So I'm just cutting them so they have a little bit of a stem. This one has a short stem, so I'm going to keep that together as well. I love these because it looks like dried grasses, but they're faux, so they're a lot easier to work with and they'll last a little bit longer. I'm just separating these so there's one flower, per thing, like this. So each bundle has one flower. And since these are paper wrapped, I'm trying to do as little cutting as possible. All right, now that we have all our sections cut up, we're going to just place them into the wreath, alternating between these and these as you see fit according to your own grapevine. I chose one that's a little bit tighter because the stems I have are pretty small. So if this was a more open weave, I would make a different style wreath. So I specifically chose this grapevine because it's a tighter weave. So I'm just going to glue, and I'm gluing all the way up to past the paper where it starts, so the stems are all glued together as well. So I'm going to do a couple of these. And then I'm going to add my grasses. And I'm just going to be alternating however I see fit so that the gaps are covered and it'll look really pretty. If you want another example of a wreath I've made with all garland, I have a tutorial here on YouTube showing how I make my mini eucalyptus wreath, but you can use that for a full-size wreath as well. You just need more eucalyptus. I will link that in the description box so you can see it. I know some people take a garland and they don't take it apart and they just tie it to the wreath or wire it or zip tie or something. I don't recommend doing that because it looks a lot less put together and nice, putting it bluntly. And yes, this does take longer and is a little more tedious, but the wreath looks so much better in the end, and you have so much more control over where every stem is placed. All right, here it is. What do you guys think? It looks so good. And I didn't even use 2 full garlands. I still have this much left of one and this much left of the other. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done that yet. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.